You buy stocks, you never sell them, you borrow against them.
Okay, explain that to me like I'm a 10-year-old. So
Sure, you own $100 in Amazon stock.
Yeah.
You need money to buy something. Instead of selling the stock and say it's gone up 50%, I say it's doubled, you would have to realize a capital gain and pay long-term capital gains on that $50 gain. No, just borrow against it and let the stock continue to grow.
what rich people do is they'll buy.
I'm sure you've seen a clip like this or variation of something very similar, where somebody tells you that the wealthy are avoiding taxes through mysterious ways. And the question always is, but how are they actually doing it? And are they actually doing it? As a financial advisor to some of Silicon Valley's wealthiest families, I have helped my clients do the exact same thing. And today I want to share with you exactly how it works. But before I do that, let's talk about whether the super wealthy are actually doing it. There's something called a 10b5-1 plan that most of the ultra mega billionaires are utilizing to actually sell their shares. And if you don't believe me, let's take 2025 in the last 12 months as an example. Mark Zuckerberg has sold about 371 million of Meta shares. Jensen Huang sold about $220 million of NVIDIA shares. And Jeff Bezos sold a whopping $5.7 billion worth of Amazon. And guess what? They all paid capital gains. But there are certain circumstances where wealthy individuals like this can actually take money from their investments and not pay taxes. And there are three primary ways that they do this. The first one is called a margin loan, and everyone has access to this, whether you have your assets at Schwab, Interactive Broker, Fidelity. Basically, you're borrowing from the brokerage firm yourself, and you're doing it at different rates depending on how big your loan is. Number two is something called a pledged asset line. Very popular amongst wirehouses like Morgan Stanley, Goldman Sachs, also available at Charles Schwab. They collateralize your assets, whether it's a stock or your portfolio, and you get essentially almost like a home equity line of credit, but on your stock at varying rates. And then finally, my favorite and something complex and new is something called box spreads. This allows you to borrow at some of the cheapest rates available, close to US Treasury rates, and also has some really amazing tax benefits. Now, the wealthier you are, the more of these strategies you can take advantage of, the lower your rates are going to be. But keep in mind, they don't come without risk, because when you're borrowing against your asset, you're levering up. And when you're levering up, your risk increases. And if any of these investments drop significantly in value, it can blow you out of the water. So when the wealthy are doing it, don't think they're doing it on all of their assets. And you do have to pay that loan back eventually. So it's not free money. If you want more tips on how the wealthy actually navigate their finances, then follow along for more.